Wrong button. All right, let's stop this right there. Okay, so hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to a new Coffee Time with Phlinger. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be discussing Ark 2. We all knew it was coming. Well, we all hoped it was coming. I know I did. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I think we're going to be discussing the trailer. I'm going to break down some stuff. I wanted to get in here and just rip this trailer apart and see what all we could see, because there's a lot to unpack in this and a lot of stuff to deal with Santiago, which is part of the storyline. And Santiago, if you didn't know, Santiago, the character played by Vin Diesel in this trailer, Santiago is the guy who developed the mechs on Extinction. He was fiddling around. He's a hacker slash engineer that via the storyline he woke up on Aberration, I believe it was, and ended up becoming the Tech Tribe's engineer. And then he's the one that hacked the obelisk and allowed them to go to Extinction. And on Extinction, he made the mechs and developed the Mega Mech. Yeah, that's Santiago. And ended up he ended up dying in one of the mechs, or at least people thought he died. And I'm not so sure he died. We'll cover that a little bit later. But here, let's just watch the trailer and let's go and let's experience the trailer from the Game Awards, because it's a great trailer. All right, and then after that, I'll pick it apart.
It's time to go. Lights out, old friend.
All right, that thing's pretty cool, right? I know, I'm stoked. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's start off with this. All right, so now here in the very beginning, you see that there's these little plants that, that's really nothing new for Ark, but one of them changes into a little lizard creature, which is kind of cool. I'm hoping shoulder pet. That would be really cool. I mean, everybody loves to have nice little foos. And then from here, it goes to the part where he says, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
All right, so at this stage, all we know is that Vin Diesel is Santiago, and we know that from the end. But we don't know who the woman is, and we don't know who the child is. I'm thinking that one of them might be Helena. I don't know. I'm really just kind of reaching at things here. I do know she's carrying an egg in that satchel, and then the little girl reaches over. She kind of caresses it a little bit, massages it. It's been like, hey, cool, you found this. That's awesome. All right. And so apparently these guys, I'm not sure if that's a fertilized egg or anything of the sort. I just know that, these guys, they're kind of in the early stages of Ark. At least I'm assuming that because they only have bows. They only have, hide armor. And yeah, it seems to me like they're just kind of starting out, or at least I hope they are. I'm assuming they are. Yeah, I'm grabbing at straws here because they're not giving us much at this point. I just know that's a dinosaur egg. And that's an amazing waterfall. Come on, right? I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to build there, right? Right? Amazing waterfall. All right. So these guys, they have purple skin. They've got all sorts of different bones on them, stuff like that. I'm thinking these might be like some sort of corrupted humans, like from the fight at the end of Genesis. I'm not sure, but it would kind of make sense. Now, they have something growing out of this guy's bicep here. I'm not sure. Maybe that has something to do with the corruption. Maybe they're a totally different race. Who knows? I just know they have purple skin, and I mean, the corruption is purple, and so, yeah, that's really about it. And I'm thinking they are absolutely, like, I want to say they're kind of like, not 100% people, I want to say, they're more of kind of, like monster kind of thing. Maybe it's like in some of the mods that Ark has, that where you have different tribes and stuff that are fighting against you. I'm not sure if this is going to be a playable thing. I just know that these guys appear to be the enemy that is tracking them down, and they finally found them. It appears to be corruption. This guy actually looks like he has wyvern gauntlets from Ark, from Scorched Earth. When you kill the alpha wyvern, you get the wyvern gauntlets, which is kind of actually cool. Yeah. And the breast piece, the bones, the ribs that are on his chest, those seem to be like there's from some form of smaller dino or maybe a mammal. I'm not sure, but yeah. And the headpiece, it's got horns. That's another thing I'm noticing. I mean, yeah. I think the neck crack might be in Vin Diesel's contract. Just saying. All right, now this guy's got a whole different set of bones on him. He's got a much larger breastpiece right here. Yeah, it looks like he actually has a Smilodon or a Sabretooth skull that he's got with the big fangs right here. And then the feathers, that right there, that's on the back, that kind of, I think this might be some sort, it looks like it might be a snow owl kind of feather right here, and then this one right here, and then right over the big brown one, well, the blue ones, I realize you can't see my mouse on the recording, but the blue ones, snow owls. The one next to it, the little light brown one, that one looks more like an Archaeopteryx. And then the big brown one looks like it could be from an Argent. That's kind of cool. All right, and that's most certainly a metal hatchet. Looks like it's actually made from ship remnants or different salvage, but it's most certainly metal. We all know what Archaeopteryx look like, right? I mean, at this point, who doesn't know what an Archaeopteryx looks like? Those are Archaeopteryx. All right, now I'm honestly not sure what this is, but it looks like it could be a cross between like a Rex, a Yutyrannus, and maybe even an Allosaurus. But I love the detail on this thing. They did a great job on the detail. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it gives me chills how well they did that model. It looks great. This is just a great shot right here. I might use this one for the thumbnail. I love it. All right, but yeah, it has the kind of the feathery effect that's on the back, but that's more of like a mohawk mane kind of thing. And it has the size of a Rex or something close to it, but it doesn't look exactly like a Rex. So I'm thinking that from looking at this, that it might be either an updated version of the Rex, or it could be that some evolving, for Ark Survival Evolved, might have happened that that had some of the genetics of different dinosaurs mixed. Which, if that is the case, oh wow, that could open up all sorts of different things for Ark 2. I'm not sure which route they're going with. Either way, I'm excited. All right, now is it just me, or does it seem like these guys are trying to get the little girl? It just seems that, they're protecting the little girl. Her tribe is protecting her, and these guys, their sole purpose or their main purpose is to get her. Either that, or maybe it's just a target of opportunity. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things where that aren't really there. I'm just interpreting it like that, but it does seem to me like they are trying to get at her. Okay, so who didn't get chills at this part? I mean, come on, I did. All right. I mean, oh man, I love this part. This part was just absolutely amazing. This is where I mean, if you hadn't already picked it up that, from the dinosaurs and stuff like that this was an Ark trailer, that right there is like, yeah, this is right in your face. This is Ark, and I loved it. It gave me chills. All right, now I'm not sure what this is. It seems to be that there's all sorts of different writings, carvings that are on all of these. We'll watch those here in just a minute. Some of them illuminate, or maybe she's illuminating them, or it's just the residual lighting from this tech thing that's in the middle that's illuminating it. It seems to pull up this terminal, or maybe a hidden obelisk, or maybe the obelisks have changed, and this is what we get now. And this is how they come out of whatever pod or something that is embedded in the ground. I'm not sure. But this is where Santiago gets the terminal that he accesses here in a minute. And I don't know. I mean, honestly, I want to say it's a teleporter, or maybe it's like a tech sleeping pod. Maybe it's his tech sleeping pod. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying trying to figure this out. All right, so here there's two stones, one on the left, one on the right. We'll talk about the one on the left first. Now, this one right here actually seems to it has a HLA bot that's on it. And I'm right in the middle, and it seems that it's below an obelisk. All right, now the obelisk, there's a line going from the HLA bot up through the obelisk, up to the sky, which means that some sort of ascension. We all know that. Everybody who's played Ark knows that. All right, now the bottom one, there's a rider that's on the trike, a rider that's on the T-Rex. There's a person with a spear with the parasaur, which to me just says Helena, because, I mean, everybody's watched the cartoon breakdown, or the cartoon trailer at this point, which is exciting in its own right. Now, it looks to me like these are warring tribes right there. Now, they fought over something that would get them to the obelisk of some sort. Now, there's ones with spears on the right, there's ones with spears on the left, and then there's ones riding herbivores on the left, and then, although there is a stego on the right that is going, which means maybe they're just the tankier version of them. I don't know. I'm not sure what stance the stego is in. Get back to me on that one later. All right, now the one on the right, the stone on the right, these guys are obviously ascending. They all have, the Ark, they're all reaching their hands to the stars, which means they're ascending. And also there is another HLA bot that's there. So apparently they help them, or this is them ascending to a different part. Maybe they ascended from Earth to where they're at now, or maybe they're just, this is kind of like a crashed ship or something. I mean, these are obviously stones, and the information is carved on the stones to carry on to future generations, so where they can see exactly what they went through. Now, this girl actually looks like she's encountering them for the first time, but Vin Diesel, he knows all about it. And Santiago, from Santiago's personality, from all of the the loot boxes and stuff that you get in Ark, he was always the cool, calm-headed one that hated naivety, and then he also, he just couldn't tolerate people that didn't want to work together, and then also were just kind of clueless about it. But he was always the level-headed one. He was the hacker. He was the engineer. He was the one that everything had to be precise. And, yeah, so this one right here is really the only clue that gives you whether this is either a prequel, if this is after Genesis 2. I'm thinking that maybe after Genesis 2, we will see something that kind of brings these two together. And I'm hoping that's the case. Either that, or maybe it's, there's three different options that it could be. One is it could be a prequel as to before, what happened, because but I'm not thinking. I don't know if that is. It could either be a prequel. It could be a sequel from after Genesis 2, or it could be Santiago's clone after we thought he died, but he didn't. He came back in some sort of comic booky style of way that made him be on a different ark or a different planet or something of the sort. And then these guys, this right here is the carvings of what the people who were here before left for the future generations. All right, so this is how you know that this is Santiago, right? Now, it seems to me like there's a few different things. One, engram, well, the genetic sequence complete. All right, this is verified that that is Santiago, or that Santiago's clone is accessing it. I think this is his personal cloning chamber or tech sleeping pod, and the engram imprinting is incomplete, which I'm not sure what that means. Cloning access restricted. He's not dead yet, so he can't clone. Yeah, everything else comes pretty much directly from the wiki. You know, where he's from. You know, which century he was from. All that. So that makes sense. I did think it was funny that they misspelled access, but that's okay. I mean, I'll give them a little bit of slack on that. And yeah, I see that how he's kind of clicking around in here, and I'll pause it again here in a second as we see a few more things. But yeah, it's Santiago. All right, so he clicks into the Genesis system, and then of course there's a purge button. That right there, maybe that's just the wipe all dinos option. I don't know. He's obviously an admin of something here. All right, so he's got historical archive, simulation data, system access logs, performance records, let's see, genomic library, and there's a few different other things. Now, he ends up eventually Xing out of this, and he shuts it down, but I think that this is... yeah, this is his cloning chamber, his cloning pod. I know I've said that quite a few times during this video, but I'm kind of convinced of it. I mean, I could be wrong, and I'm willing to accept that, but it seems to me that Santiago might have been here alone, and he's the only one that has one of these pods in this chamber, and he's been the one that's been recording all this data. I don't know. But it seems that the tribe that he's put together over time, they're probably just encountering this for the first time. I mean, that would explain the curiosity of the little girl, or maybe it was just the first time that he had to take her here. But I think that something might have happened to Santiago that brought him here that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just there's quite a few different possibilities that could be, but I'm willing to think that this is when Santiago died in extinction, that he honestly didn't die. Either that or his cloning chamber might have been somewhere else. And then he was cloned here, and he didn't know what the hell was going on, and then he just did his thing, and he amassed a tribe around him.
Lights out. Old friend.
All right, and then they emerge from the cave. They come out here, and oh my gosh, just the majesty of this area is absolutely amazing. I love this shot. This shot is... yeah, this is good. All right, now the Pteranodons, they're either mutated in some way, they're either evolved in some way, mixed with something, or they're just updated Pteranodons. They actually look a lot more like the way they're supposed to. And it's either they're evolved or Ark was able to fix a few mistakes and then, you know, from the original game, and then move forward with that. Either way, I'm loving it. These guys look absolutely cool. I love the Pteranodons. I love it looks like either Brachiosauruses or Apatosauruses that are over across the way. You can see two of them over by the waterfall. And one of them is getting up, the other one is walking. And wow, yeah, I look forward to messing with those. And then also, you have the floating rocks. Now, the floating rocks, I'm not sure if they're actually floating or they're latching onto vines. It's just, it looks to me like, and as it pulls away, and you'll see it here in a minute. Matter of fact, take very special care to look at it as it's pulling away. That it seems to me that there was once a dome that foliage covered it, and it's slowly broken away, and there are vines that are still connecting bits and pieces of. That's what it looks like to me. It might actually be some sort of like Crystal Isles floating isle, which it would also be wicked cool as well. But yeah. I just know that I am just dying to build on those waterfalls. Oh man, yeah. And the Troodons look amazing. All right, so that's the trailer. That's the breakdown. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have. Oh man, I love going through trailers. I love piecing apart or picking apart the bits of the story pieces and stuff. I like the story of Ark because I just love a good story. And the more and more I learn about Ark as I go through, and over the years, I just get more and more attached to the storyline of this because they're doing a great job. I dig it. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to leave it at this, and then I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate that. If you're new around here, subscribe. And then, hey, you know what? Let's see you guys back in the original Ark until we can get to Ark 2. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to be covering Ark 2. Yeah. Take it easy, everybody.